Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. So today I'm here trying a microphone experiment, or microphones I should say. It's rather unconventional. I'm mixing my main microphone with two room microphones, but that's kind of a misnomer because they're actually just boomed above me, so I'm not sure if they're far enough away for me to be quote unquote room microphones. But for lack of better words, that's what I'm going to call them. So what do you think? How does this sound? To me, it sounds kind of doubled up. And if you look here on my screen, you can see I have my dog going. All three microphones are showing up. It gets a little dicey on this top one here, the main one, the one that just says microphone. That's actually my Octava MK12, and that's being routed through my voice channel. There's some funky things going on here. I have a aggregate device where I'm combining the Scarlett 4i4, that's the Focusrite, and this Behringer UMC 404 HD, and this thing here called the USB audio codec. That's actually the voice channel, and it gets rather complicated. You know what the most complicated thing of all is? This Focusrite control. That takes a little experimentation to get to working. And then I have the ability to mix it is kind of really through my DAW. And something, just a hint, the helpful thing is go to Logic Pro, General, well, no, Audio, then General, not this General, but the General down here. Make sure, at least in my case, I do not like this. No, I do like this. I do like this checked, because here's what happens when you uncheck it. You have some, now it for sure sounds doubled, right? Because that's kind of complicated and hard to explain. I do see this track here is armed, but this is my main mic, and because I think it's because it's routed here through the USB, it does have to be armed. Otherwise, now you just have what I'll call the room mics, which actually that does sound a little more natural, doesn't it? Just the room mics, the left and right. Left and right, it's like a stereo configuration. This would be my right, but I do hear it through my left, like you would. And this would be, from my perspective, my left, but I am hearing it through my right, like you would, because it's your right. So I wanted to hear the same thing you're hearing. So let's go ahead and arm this microphone. I do have to arm those, but if I would, or arm that one, but if I would arm these two, it would sound doubled for sure. See how that sounds kind of doubled? So I'm unarming those. Just all interesting how this works. It's kind of dicey. I did pan these off right and left right there. I was just curious how this would sound for the most part. What do you think? Now, what would happen if I would turn off the room mics? And what I'll do is I'll just turn them down because I can't mute him, which is kind of interesting. I can mute him and they're still there. That's kind of weird. That's probably having something to do with my lack of understanding of the Focusrite control. I don't know. That's the most confusing thing to me of all. But what I can do is just turn them all the way down. And now you will hear what it sounds like just with the Octava. And I did actually turn this down just a little bit from my normal mix so that you could hear how it would sound more mixed with the others. But yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. Now maybe I could mix the room mics a little less. I don't know what it sound. We're just adding a little ambience. Like most people actually want an isolated, clean sound. I was just experimenting. What would it sound like if I mixed in a couple boom mics left and right? Should I call them room mics or boom mics? I don't know. Testing 1, 2, 3. Maybe if I didn't have them, I can mix them however I want to. I just thought it was interesting. So that's your left, your right. Testing 1, 2, 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. There's just some different ways I could configure these. I could turn the room mics down just a little more so it doesn't bleed through as much into the mix. What do you think of that? Testing 1, 2, 3. Now if I was going to turn off this microphone, now you can hear the new mix of those. It's not as hot. There, I'll include this one again. Just testing, messing around. I was just interested in that whole concept of having 3 microphones, one more of like a stereo configuration and one in the center, just to see what would happen. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Now let's turn these back up a little bit more. Can you hear a little more of that configuration from left to right? Like if I had a rain stick, you could probably capture some of that left to right. And then if I muted this, you might hear it even better. Another idea is I could actually turn down this microphone, but not turn it all the way down, just have it like, I don't know, negative 9 dB or whatever I have it here, and see how that sounds. Now we have mostly the room mics, or boom mics, whatever you want to call them, the stereo configuration of those. Test 1, 2, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Now you can probably hear, if I was to move around, you could probably pick up on that movement. I'm just making sure this still has that separate left and right. Does it? To me, the right sounds more separated than the left. But I do pick up on that they're separate. They are panned hard as far as I can. Testing 1, 2, 3. Anyway, thought I'd give that a try just to see. Maybe this particular nuanced ambience right here is a little better to turn down this a little more than I had it last time. Just depends on how isolated I want my sound versus picking up the ambience of the room. Of course, I even have kids talking in here. Like not in here, but I can hear them out in the yard or whatever. Very interesting. I think it's something to experiment with. I do have it's a little tiny fan inside my hard drive. I moved it off the top of my desk onto the very bottom wooden section of my desk. And I can still hear that. Can probably even pick it up more now. I actually bought a long cable so it would be moved farther away from my mic. Anyway, my camera's battery went out and my other 2 batteries are dead too, so now I'm just going to use the MacBook's camera to end the video. Plus, you can see my microphones up there. You can see my microphones up there. Yeah. Any hoosers. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. All right. So let's do another audio sync. This is my second attempt at this video. Hey, YouTube. Hey, let's do a little better than that. Okay. Hey, YouTube, Doug Wallman. So today I'm trying a little microphone experiment or yeah, let's try it again. Hey, YouTube, Doug Wallman. So today I'm trying a microphone experiment, or microphones rather. What do I say? I don't know. It's kind of unconventional for sure. Let's just try that again.